guys, this is whatever day it is in my quarantine, and although I have decided to go every day for a walk because my back is really killing me, the apartment does not offer really a good place to sit, so I either sit on the wooden chair or on the bed, and well, the lower back doesn't like my lifestyle at the moment very much. So I have decided to go for a walk every day to walk it off. What I do is I go out my street, and there is this, when I cross the highway, there is this area where there's no houses, no people. Hi world! And because Playa del Carmen, and I think the whole of Mexico, is built in squares, you can easily, you know, make a nice walk for yourself. So I do that, and I think that doesn't do much harm. When I go outside, I avoid crowds. Very hot.
Yep, we're melting.
But no people around, so it is still, I think it's still kind of self-quarantine what I'm doing, because I avoid contact with people as much as possible. I don't want to walk in 30th Avenue, for example, which is the main shopping street just one block from my house. If I have to go to the supermarket, I still go very, very early in the morning, so I avoid human contact as much as possible. How is this situation at the moment in Mexico? Well, the numbers are going up, and that is a bit scary. So I decided not to watch the news so much anymore as I did before. I check my news twice a day, and that's more than enough. They report the end results of all the tests and the new cases at the end of the day at 6 o'clock. Then usually there's a press conference from Mexico City as well. With my limited Spanish, I try to follow that and understand what they are saying and where they're going for the future. And then I wait for the next morning for my city government and my state government to imply new rules or to stick with what's already going on. But in this way, I will not miss out on any new developments. For the rest, there's more police in the streets, more army. The crime is going up. I mean, that was to be expected. When people have to stay in the house, there's more domestic violence. This morning I read in the newspaper that a couple, a lady with a young child of 5 years old and her stepfather in the middle of the night got into a fight, and he stabbed the little girl. Also robberies, looting, stuff like that. Does it make me feel unsafe? Not really, but sometimes, like I explained in one of my earlier videos, your mind keeps going in circles because you have so much free time and so little distraction. Sometimes it gets at me, so that are the moments I take a break from social media or from reading the news. I hope that things in Mexico will continue to go as they are going, because I think the country is doing very well, but I doubt it will be this way because of the people not really listening. Like the other day we had this government thing in the street where they told us to have sana distancia and stuff, but there's no... Well, I'll show you the video. Just look at a few minutes. I went out on the balcony to take a video and you can see for yourself.
Tip Solidaridad informa. Ante la contingencia que se presenta debido al COVID-19, el DIF Solidaridad se une a la campaña nacional Sana Distancia. Recuerda que es indispensable no salir de casa y permanecer aislado para evitar contagios y esparcimiento del coronavirus. Si requiere salir, debe considerar una distancia de 1,5 metros entre persona y persona. Por ello, No acuda a lugares concurridos o pequeños que no permitan evitar el acercamiento. Si tú te cuidas, nos cuidamos todos. DIF Solidaridad, integrando con amor y esperanza. DIF Solidaridad informa. Ante la contingencia que se presenta debido al COVID-19, el DIF Solidaridad se une a la campaña nacional Sana Distancia. Recuerda que es indispensable no salir de casa y permanecer aislado para evitar contagios y esparcimiento del coronavirus. Si requieres
As you probably have seen in the video, there's not much entertainment going on, there's not much involvement. Half of the crew is sitting on the side of the curb and the other half is just walking in the street doing nothing, playing that instruction tape, and there's no interaction. To me, they could use this time so much more effective by knocking on the door, taking people's temperature, or even hand out face masks. You have to bring a message across. You have to tell the people how important it is to follow these rules, and I don't think this is the way to do that. I hope it makes me a little hopeful to see that countries in Europe are thinking about getting back to normal life. I hope in Mexico they will flatten the curve before the pandemic reaches its peak, although yesterday in the press conference they already told us that that probably is not going to happen, and we will peak, maybe not as high, but we will peak, and we will have like 10,000 dead people a month. Since my state now is one of the most sick states, together with Mexico City state, that worries me a little bit because that will mean that especially in this state it will be more severe. Probably we will be we will have to stay home much longer than I can anticipate now. Thank you for watching. This was not a boring day from Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and I will be back with you on an irregular base. I'm not going to make any promises, and you can join me on Facebook if you want to see more of my daily life, and you can subscribe to the channel. Well, you know the drill. You click subscribe and then the red button changes into a bell sign, and you have to click the bell sign as well to get an update for when I upload a new video. So please don't forget to do that. And I saw I had some new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and welcome to my channel. I'll see you soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home if you have to, and wash your hands. Please keep washing your hands. Bye bye for now.